Welcome to Power in Words, a sanctuary for your soul and a quiet corner of the universe where we seek to uncover the strength hidden within the human spirit. Today, I want to speak to you not as a distant observer, but as a friend sitting beside you in the quiet hours of the morning, holding space for your dreams and your doubts. We are going to explore a concept that has haunted and inspired hearts for centuries, the elusive, often misunderstood phantom we call luck. We often look at the lives of others, the icons, the victors, the ones who seem to glide effortlessly to the summit of success, and we whisper to ourselves that they must have been touched by some divine spark, some random lottery of the cosmos that passed us by. But I am here to tell you that this is a comforting lie. It is a defense mechanism we build to shield ourselves from the weight of our own potential. The Roman philosopher Seneca, a man who understood the Stoic architecture of the mind, gave us the map to dismantle this illusion when he said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Let us dismantle the mythology of luck together. When we stand on the outside of someone else's success, looking in through the window, we see only the moment of victory. We see the ribbon being cut, the contract being signed, the applause thundering in the auditorium. We see the flash of light. We do not see the darkness that preceded it. We call it luck because to call it anything else would require us to acknowledge the terrifying amount of work it takes to build a life of magnitude. To believe in blind luck is to surrender your agency. It is to admit that you are merely a leaf blowing in the wind, waiting for a gust to take you somewhere beautiful. But you are not a leaf. You are the tree. You are the roots digging into the hard earth, and you are the branches reaching for the sun. The philosophy of Power in Words is built on this truth. Words shape reality, but action builds it. And the most powerful action you can take is the silent, unglamorous work of preparation. Preparation is the submerged portion of the iceberg. It is the part of your life that no one sees, and frankly, the part that no one applauds. In the psychology of human behavior, we often crave immediate validation. We live in a world of instant feedback, of likes and shares, where we are conditioned to believe that if an effort is not immediately seen, it has no value. But true preparation, the kind Seneca spoke of, requires a specific kind of loneliness. It asks you to work in the dark. It asks you to refine your craft, to sharpen your mind, and to strengthen your spirit when there is absolutely no guarantee that anyone will ever notice. This is the valley of shadows that breaks the weak but forges the strong. Think of the musician playing scales in an empty room until their fingers bleed. Think of the writer staring at a blank page at 3 a.m, fighting the voice of mediocrity in their head. Think of the athlete running in the freezing rain while the rest of the world sleeps in warm beds. This is not luck. This is the accumulation of kinetic energy. There is a profound psychological toll to this phase. It is the battle against the what if. What if I do all this work and nothing happens? What if I sacrifice my comfort and the opportunity never comes? This fear is natural. It is the brain's way of trying to conserve energy. But you must understand that preparation is never wasted, even if the specific opportunity you envisioned never arrives. Why? Because preparation changes you. It alters the very chemistry of your character. When you discipline yourself to wake up early, to study, to practice, to endure, you are not just preparing for a job or a moment. You are building a self that is capable of handling the weight of the world. You are becoming a vessel that can hold success without cracking. Consider the timeless wisdom often attributed to Abraham Lincoln. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. Most people are hacking away at the tree with a dull blade, exhausted and frustrated, blaming the wood for being too hard. The wise soul spends the time sharpening, knowing that when the blade is truly ready, the tree will fall with grace. Now let us turn our gaze to the second half of Seneca's equation, opportunity. There is a misconception that opportunities are rare, like comets passing the earth once in a lifetime. I invite you to change your perspective. Opportunities are not rare. They are constant. They are swirling around us like radio waves, invisible but omnipresent. The problem is not a lack of transmission. The problem is that our receiver is turned off. In psychology, there is a concept known as the reticular activating system. It is the part of your brain that filters information. If you decide to buy a red car, suddenly you will see red cars everywhere on the highway. They were always there, but now your mind is tuned to perceive them. Preparation tunes your mind to the frequency of opportunity. When you have spent years studying an industry, you see gaps in the market that a novice misses. When you have spent years mastering a skill, you recognize a moment to use it that others would walk past. Opportunity is a shy guest. It does not kick down your door and demand attention. It often arrives in a whisper. It shows up as a difficult conversation, a chance meeting, a sudden challenge, or even a failure that forces you to pivot. If you are not prepared, you will perceive these moments as annoyances or setbacks. If you are prepared, you will recognize them as the open doors they are. Imagine a door opening for just a second. The prepared person is standing right in front of it, hand on the knob, muscles tensed, ready to spring. The unprepared person is sitting across the room, distracted, and by the time they realize the door is open, it has already slammed shut. We then look at the person who slipped through and say, "Wow, they were so lucky." No, they were positioned. They were ready. Louis Pasteur, a man of science who understood the rigors of discovery, echoed this sentiment when he said, "Chance favors the prepared mind." Notice the word favors. The universe is not neutral. It actively leans toward those who have done the work. Let's go deeper into the emotional reality of this intersection. The moment preparation meets opportunity is often terrifying. We fantasize about our big break, but when it stares us in the face, it often looks like a crisis. It requires you to step into a version of yourself that feels unfamiliar. This is why the internal work is just as important as the external work. You can have all the skills in the world, but if your self-worth is brittle, you will self-sabotage when the opportunity arrives. You will find a way to ruin it because deep down you do not believe you belong in the room. This is why Power in Words emphasizes the narrative you tell yourself. If your internal monologue is one of scarcity and unworthiness, you will be blind to the opportunities that are trying to find you. Preparation includes healing. It includes forgiving yourself for past mistakes so that your hands are empty and open to catch the future. It includes silencing the imposter syndrome that screams you are a fraud. You must prepare your heart just as vigorously as you prepare your hands. Consider the bamboo tree. For 5 years, the Chinese bamboo tree is watered and fertilized, yet it shows absolutely no growth above the soil. To the outside observer, the farmer is wasting his time. He is pouring resources into dead earth. But underneath, a massive, complex root system is spreading, anchoring itself deep into the ground. Then, in the 5th year, once the foundation is secure, the tree shoots up 80 feet in just 6 weeks. If you were walking by in that 5th year, you might say the farmer got lucky that his tree grew so fast. You would be ignoring the 5 years of blind faith and daily labor. You are likely in your root-building phase right now. It feels stagnant. It feels like nothing is happening. You look at your bank account, your career, your relationships, and you see bare soil. I am here to tell you, do not stop watering. Do not stop tending to your dreams. The growth is happening in the dark, where it matters most. This convergence of preparation and opportunity is what we call destiny. But destiny is not written for you. It is written by you. It is a collaborative process between your will and the world's flow. There is a spiritual dimension to this. When you commit to a path with your whole heart, when you prepare with an intensity that borders on obsession, the world seems to reorganize itself around your aim. You meet the right people, you stumble upon the right book, and you find yourself in the right place. Is it magic? Perhaps. Or perhaps it is the magnetic force of a human being who has aligned their intention with their action. There is a profound truth echoed in literature, most famously in The Alchemist, and when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. But notice the prerequisite usually hidden in these ancient philosophies: commitment, not wishing, not hoping, not trying. Commitment. There is a pain in preparation that we must acknowledge. It is the pain of saying no. To be truly prepared, you must say no to distractions. You must say no to the easy path. You must say no to the momentary pleasures that rob you of your long-term joy. It means staying in on a Friday night to work on your craft while your friends are out. It means saving that extra dollar instead of spending it so you have the capital when the investment opportunity arises. It implies a sacrifice of the present self for the future self. This is an act of supreme self-love. You are loving the person you are becoming enough to discipline the person you are right now. It is a quiet heroism. No one will give you a medal for it. But the reward is something far greater than a medal. The reward is sovereignty over your own life. We must also talk about resilience, for preparation is not a straight line. You will prepare and you will fail. You will think you are ready and the opportunity will crush you. This is not the end. This is part of the preparation. Failure is the heat that tempers the steel. Every time you fall and pick yourself up, you are adding another layer of toughness to your spirit. Do not fear the scars. They are your armor. The person who has never failed is brittle. The person who has broken and healed is unbreakable. When the ultimate opportunity comes, the one that defines your life, you will need that resilience. You will need the memory of your survival to carry you through the pressure of your success. So I ask you today, in this quiet communion of words, what are you preparing for? If the opportunity of a lifetime knocked on your door in 10 minutes, would you be ready to answer? If the answer is no, do not despair. Use that realization as fuel. Start today, not with a grand gesture, but with a small, focused action. Read the book, write the first page, run the first mile, have the difficult conversation, clean your room, sharpen your axe. Do it with the reverence of a monk sweeping the temple floor. Treat the small tasks as if they are great, because they are the bricks that build the cathedral of your life. Stop waiting for the lightning bolt of luck to strike you. Be the storm. Generate your own energy. You have within you a reservoir of potential that is vast and deep, but it must be tapped. It must be drawn out through the bucket of effort. Do not envy those who are ahead of you. They are simply showing you what is possible. They are evidence, not competition. Your journey is unique, and your timeline is your own. The tragedy of life is not that we do not get what we want. It is that we get what we want, and we are too small to hold it. Expand yourself. Stretch your capacity. Learn to be comfortable with the discomfort of growth. As we draw this conversation to a close, I want you to feel the weight of responsibility returning to your shoulders, but I want it to feel good. I want it to feel like freedom. If luck is a math equation, you control the variable of preparation. You cannot force the opportunity, that is the universe's job, but you can force the readiness. And trust me, the universe is a bountiful partner. It wants to give you its gifts, but it is waiting for your hands to be strong enough to carry them. Do not let the silence of the waiting period fool you. In the silence, you are growing. In the dark, you are developing. In the struggle, you are becoming. The world needs you. Not the small, fearful version of you that hides behind excuses and waits for a winning lottery ticket. It needs the full, realized, powerful version of you that has been forged in the fires of discipline. It needs the you that happens when preparation finally, beautifully, meets opportunity. That is not just luck. That is destiny fulfilled. That is the art of living. Believe in the power of your own efforts. Trust the timing of your life, and know that every single moment of hard work is a deposit into a bank account that will one day pay dividends you cannot yet imagine. You are building a masterpiece. Do not rush the brushstrokes. Let your life be the proof that luck is nothing more than the residue of design. May you be found working when your moment arrives. If these words have found a home in your heart and awakened a quiet strength within you, I invite you to stay connected with us by liking and subscribing to Power in Words, so we may continue walking this path of growth and discovery together.